Welcome to the Managing Drought in the Southern Plains webinar series. This is brought to you by the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program, NOAA's National Integrated Drought Information System, the Regional Climate Services Director, and the National Drought Mitigation Center. This is a short briefing on the current conditions of drought. We also offer some full webinars. Please see our website, southernclimate.org, for more information. So here's what's changed this week. Colorado has had a year's worth of rain in just a few days. Boulder was on its pace for one of the driest years on record. It's now at its wettest ever year in the span of just a few days, and all the flooding you've seen out in Colorado along the Front Range. However, a spot of D4 exceptional drought in southeastern Colorado got very little rain out of this, so there's still parts of Colorado that are in extreme and exceptional drought. There's improvements extended all the way along the Front Range, with a lot of improvements in New Mexico. There's now no exceptional drought in New Mexico for the first time in over a year. It also extended into West Texas and the western Oklahoma Panhandle. However, the drought has expanded in intensity in area in Louisiana and southern Arkansas. The good news is we don't really see any strong dry signal through December, so hopefully this drought will continue to erode in the next few months. So the drought monitor this week shows a lot less severity across the, especially the Four Corners states, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah, and also in Wyoming, where they've had so much rain in recent weeks. And that kind of extension of drought now into Louisiana and Arkansas has pushed eastward a little bit. Drought still firmly in place across California, Nevada, Oregon, and Idaho in the west that's missed out on this rain. Over the last week, we've seen a big reduction in all drought categories over the high plains in the west in response to these ongoing rainfall events. And there's been some improvement in the exceptional drought categories in the south, but overall there's actually been an expansion of the extreme drought and severe drought categories across the region as it's expanded a little bit eastward. Here's what difference a week can make. On the top is Colorado, the bottom is New Mexico. Last week on the left side and this week on the right side, you can see a large area of no drought now in northern Colorado, where they had the exceptionally heavy rains. But a lot of Colorado is in improved shape, as is New Mexico. And again, there is no D4 drought left in New Mexico for the first time in over a year. The rainfall departures show this kind of pattern that we've had now recently. Earlier in the season, we saw a lot of rain in Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, that area. More recently, the last few months, it's been over the very active monsoon across Arizona, New Mexico, and on up now all the way extending through the Front Range of the Rockies, the whole Rocky Mountain region, and also that strip still showing up in Kansas and Missouri in the long term. But you can see that dryness as you go further out, especially 60 days, 6 months, and year to date across much of Texas and into Louisiana and Arkansas, that is now causing the expansion of drought in those places. As we look at the forecast going ahead the next few days, it looks like it's going to be pretty seasonable for this time of year. The red lines indicate above normal temperatures, maybe slightly above normal, a little bit warmer up in the northern mountains areas, but generally pretty seasonable about this time of year. The rain looks like it's going to shift a little further eastward. The tropics have gotten a little bit more active, so the Gulf Coast area is looking to get some heavy rain. But also some good news for East Texas and Louisiana and maybe southern Arkansas, where that drought has been coming on. It looks like they have a good shot at some good rain in the next few days. Looking ahead into the following week, we see warm temperatures across the central and eastern part of the U.S., stretching most of the U.S., and then some rainfall kind of shifting a little bit further towards the north, except still a little bit active along the Gulf Coast in Louisiana there, and the coast of Mississippi. But no real strong pattern in the southern plains here for next week as we go on. And then as we go into the next few months, this is a new 3-month seasonal outlook for October, November, December, just issued today. Again, that warm pattern across the western U.S., not really much of a signal on rainfall other than a little bit of good chances above normal rainfall in Montana. But for this part of the region, there's really no strong signals as far as El Nino or things like that. It's kind of the middle of the road, so not really a clear signal. So we can expect it to be probably a little bit closer to normal, perhaps for the next several months. and that is reflected in the seasonal drought outlook. The areas that are normally wet this time of year in Louisiana and Arkansas, we should see a little bit of improvement in the drought there. But areas as we get into the drier period of the year for most of the region will probably be a little bit harder to chip away at the drought categories during this time of year unless we get some really substantially above normal rainfall. So as mentioned, we have these webinars that we do periodically. If we haven't been doing as many because the drought hasn't been as severe in this part of the region for a while, but if you have suggestions of things you'd like to hear, please contact us at southernclimate.org. You can go to our website and let us know, and our partners are listed here. We are also on Facebook and Twitter, so please join us, and we hope you have a good week. Thank you.